Hey everyone, I just wanted to check in and first of all, thank everyone again. I've really been feeling very loved. Um, Calls, WhatsApp, people making meals, people who haven't gotten in touch with me in years. And I did see my last video got over 500 views, so I'm kind of cool. Um, on a serious note, I got some numbers back today that ain't great. So I figured there must be someone out there who's not sharing a smile. So I made this video to be informative as well as funny. So my whole journey started because I have hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's, no relation to Danielson. So what it means is not only my thyroid not work, but it attacks itself. It's kind of like having like a zombie thyroid, sort of. Anyway, it comes with a whole bunch of different symptoms, and it can dictate where it strikes my body because the thyroid is in charge of a lot of different things, your temperature, and certain sensations. And so I could be good one day and awful the next day, and you never know what it's going to be. But my most popular question that I get is, Sarah, why are you so fat? I can say you can't. I pretty much went from like chubby to chunky to Pillsbury Doughboy to Jabba the Hutt to just the blob. And the reason that people with Hashimoto's and hypothyroidism gain so much weight, myself included, is because your thyroid dictates your metabolism. So if you're fat, the thyroid could be where it's at. I just made that up. Anyway, so someone with hypothyroidism could eat minimal and not lose any weight. So I understand the video has been a little depressing up until this point. Don't worry, it's going to get funny. Before I start, I just want to say this video is not for men. It has nothing to do with SNES reasons. But ladies, if you've ever dieted with any male, husband, uncle, brother, whoever it is, you know that they do not lose weight like a woman. And you are setting yourself up for failure. I'm warning you. You take 1 week of dieting, competition, you, your husband, we're both going to lose weight. Let's see who loses the most. He goes from having 1 tablespoon in his coffee to 1 teaspoon in his coffee. Comes back, yeah, I've lost 5 pounds. You, on the other hand, are eating the crumbs out of the rice cake container and drinking water, and you're up half a pound. That's just the way it works. Their men and women's bodies are different. So, anyways, going back to the dieting. So, I did diet before I realized my thyroid was broke. And look, nobody likes it. No one says, yes, I'm starting a diet tomorrow. No, most people stuff their faces the day before and they have to start on a Monday or it doesn't really count. And then they try to seduce you with these inspirational quotes. Nothing tastes as good as thin feels. First of all, it doesn't make any sense. Second of all, yeah, there is. I can think about 10 off the top of my head, and 9 of them are about deep fried. So you can just go on and put that to the side. Then part of also the dieting is that you have to, live life. So you get invited to someone's house for Shabbos, and you have to bring your own little challah roll. So you bring your own challah roll. You try to be inconspicuous about it. Like the wife will put out like this beautiful challah. It's bright white, egg glaze on top, thick, fluffy. And you have a gluten-free, sugar-free, egg substitute challah. It's pretty much you got sawdust. Yeah, you got sawdust with egg substitute. Sticking it together. That's what you got. So it gets to hamotzi time, and it's silent, and you try to be quiet. You open your tinfoil like real slow. As soon as somebody hears it, it's thump and shoom. Every head turns to you. And this is the part I don't understand. You know the joke about the guy who's wearing black pants, a white shirt, has got a beard, a jacket, and a hat, and the guy comes over to him, and he's like, yo, Jews, you need to get with the program, you need to, you're not back in the ghetto anymore in Europe, and whatever. So the guy with the beard and the hat turns to him and says, dude, I'm Amish. So then he's like, oh, man, I'm so sorry. You know what? You do you. You do you. And more power, not electrical, of course, to you. So it's kind of like the same thing with my challah situation. So if I say that I chas v'shalom have IBS or Crohn's or celiac, they're like, oh, okay, and they can leave me alone. When I open the door, as soon as I say, well, actually, I'm on a diet, everyone's got a question about it. Now, these are real life things people have said to me, and I'm kind of using my annoying ways. So, what diet are you on? Oh, yeah, my friend was on that diet, and she lost like 30 pounds and then gained double back. Oh, thanks. Or, is it okay if we eat this in front of you? It's got like carbs and sugar and like tastes real good. And, we're Ashkenazi, so we serve desserts in the middle of the meal. Another one was, I hope you don't talk about your diet in front of your daughters because you don't want them to have body issues. And I'm thinking, well, I didn't until you brought it up, Miss Snooty Pants. And my all-time favorite is, oh, you can eat that? So interesting. Which, by the way, interesting is code for you're so wrong. Anyway, so I end up feeling mortified, and I end up eating really healthy because everyone's watching. But there is one thing that is worse than dieting, is having a close friend that is dieting. Because let's be honest, she's not fun anymore. I need to tell you, oh, I'm on an XYZ diet. Also, just as a hint, they want you to say, what? You're dieting? You look so amazing. You have no weight to lose. Even if you don't mean it, that's pretty much protocol what you're supposed to say. And then when you go out, it's either, hey, let's go for pizza. And she's like, no, I can't have pizza. I can have Diet Coke with 4 pieces of ice. Really? You're limited on your ice? Yeah, it's like having to do with like my balance. Okay, fine. So then we go to a restaurant, like a nice sit-down restaurant, and I say, okay, I'm going to get the fettuccine Alfredo. My friend over here is going to get the baked ziti. And she calls over the waiter, and she's like, excuse me. Yeah, hi. Yeah. So I'm interested in having the ravioli, but I just wanted to know, can I have it without noodles? So just like the inside, only if it's like grass-fed cows that you got the milk from. Is that possible? And I'm mortified. I'm like, look, just don't order anything then if you're gonna be all picky like that. So also, when your friend is on a diet, that's pretty much all they want to talk about. Am I right? This is like the topic of conversation. You can't talk about anything else. All they want to talk about is their diet. And their diet is always something different and something like bizarre that no other diet is. Like some guy went to the Amazon rainforest and found this plant. There's only 3 of them in the world. And he brought it back and he made like these pills out of it that make your metabolism 14 times faster, or they based on like your pH balance and your fact you write with your left hand you can have chicken and turkey but not meat. It's all these different ones that pretty much all try to get you to fall for their program, but just eat a little less and exercise a little more. Works for most people, but it's not as glamorous. So, and I really, honestly, I feel bad for them because they spent a lot of money on whatever it is that they bought, and they're gonna be miserable in about 2 or 3 weeks. And that's when I swoop in and take them out for pizza. And you can call me a bad friend all you want, but everyone's got to have that one friend who brings them Ben and Jerry's. So I will warn you, if you hear the 4 words, you should try it, what they're telling you is you're fat. Now, if you excuse me, I have to start this anti-inflammatory diet where pretty much all you can have chicken and a couple vegetables. Can't wait. I hope this brought some smiles to your face. Feel free to share and keep Smiles for Sarah going. Thank you.